in the area.
Oh, there's a one. Hello and welcome back to Eurogamer, or EGX 2014. Today we are going to give you our feedback on Evolve, which is absolutely amazing. I'm going to start off absolutely amazing. We had one match, so obviously you got the 4 hunters versus the 1 monster.
Yep.
And do you want to explain what sort of class you played as and where you went with that?
Yeah, so we got to choose which class we wanted. I went for Trapper, so I'm basically going to be the guy that stops the monster from running away. I have like a shield generator that I think it's called an arena, so I create a zone where the monster can't escape. I have a harpoon, I have guns, and so basically you get 4 very different classes, 1 big monster, and yeah.
Yeah, and I played as the medic, whose obviously job is to keep the team alive. Yeah, no, believe it or not, wow, that's what he does. Or she does. I played as the female version.
There is a guy.
Yeah, there's 2, you seem to get sort of 2 genders for each character apart from the support. Yeah, the support who's got a robot. Yeah, the controls seem to work really well. I got a little bit confused with the changing of weapons because it wasn't. I thought it was going to be D-pad, but it wasn't. It was pressing RB and buttons and stuff like that. So that was a bit confusing. But once you got handling of that, you got it fine. But the medic, as a medic, you've also got sort of offensive attacks as well as defensive and sort of life support. Which was like a sniper rifle to start off with. That if you shot the monster, you got a little critical spot that you created on the monster for everyone else to shoot at, which is really good. However, I kind of see that not working in PvP, in normal gameplay. So, and an event like this where everyone's on microphones, everyone's talking, can work really well, but not in.
Mind you, it did have an indicator, so it comes up with a circled area. So it says shoot here basically, and you will do critical damage, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
So the sniper wasn't the only one doing the critical hit; everyone could get it. So everyone had a good balance between. I mean, there's a class called Assault and there's a class called Support, but everyone had assault abilities and support abilities. You know, it wasn't a case of the medic was utterly useless. You know, she had a big gun and she was going to shoot. So everyone could kind of hold their own in combat as well as support the team with their abilities. So I think the mix really kind of made for a huge amount of teamwork, so many opportunities, and I think that's really something that it'll be fun to play around with.
Oh yeah. And on another note, the map that we played on was the one that you play as the Kraken. You might have seen it in gameplay before. So the monster we beat was the Kraken, which is quite cool because I'd never really watched too much gameplay of the Kraken, but I saw a couple of his abilities. You could really see them. They're quite dramatic.
You felt like you were fighting a monster.
Yeah, it was a very intense game. Surprisingly intense. I myself didn't think it was going to be such an intense game. I thought it was going to be a bit more like Left 4 Dead-y sort of style.
Very arcadey kind of team shooter.
But this wasn't so much arcadey. This was very sort of very intense, very heavy. The map helped with that because it was very gloomy, dark, caves, chasms, water.
It wasn't
and then
linear.
It was not linear at all.
It's not like you walk through and it's just like this is the path to follow. The monster went that way. You will find him. There's routes of every direction, and it's just like I'm lost in a wilderness.
Yeah.
So
the map also has like hazardous things going on, such as like I ended up falling into a plant, literally falling off a ledge and landing in a plant, which caught me, and I had to scream for help because being the medic and being trapped in a plant that's slowly devouring you is not ideal. Luckily, the Assault came along and helped me out with that. Shot the hell out of it. But then like you got that, and then we also had like other little monsters to compete with, which if you're the monster, the main monster, would be really useful to capitalize on that attack. If they did that, they would have annihilated us. If he got us when I was trapped, because I got trapped, and then like 10 seconds later, another character got trapped in the same plant. Not in the same plant, in a different place, but same idea of plant. But
if you're the monster, I mean, you use these monsters, you kill them, you you absorb DNA that helps you evolve to become stronger. But at the same time, you can lure them into a place where they can be grabbed. There are real big monsters on the map, which even the monster character doesn't want to fight.
No.
Now, if you get caught in the crossfire and you can be lured in, then I think that's a quick game over.
I mean, teamwork is key. We learned from our other half of the party. They played another game and they didn't really work as a team, and they got, and from what we heard, not very well done. Our cameraman was one of them, or camera woman was one of them, and yeah, they just got destroyed. Whereas the guy who was actually showing us, and we worked really well as a team, the guy who actually showing us the game and sort of setting it up and stuff said you were so unfair on the monster, because we got him trapped. We pinned him every single moment we could.
I trapped him literally. I trapped him. The shield went down. I harpooned him. My shield regenerated. I trapped him again instantly, and he was just. It was a barrage of fire.
It might sound like the humans have an advantage. Not in a way, because the monster, when you get to level 3, you're so powerful, you're so hard to take down. It took us like 10 minutes to actually just kill the monster in a full-on fight as well.
Yeah.
And he was in stage 2.
This is the first time any of us have got our hands on it. So the guy that was playing the monster, you know, he wasn't experienced. He didn't know the tactics to really exploit, you know, our weaknesses to his strengths.
Yeah.
So I think if you're going to play the monster and you know how to play the monster, then you will be the monster. And I think that's something to really bear in mind, that everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yeah, it's got some great, amazing strong points. The only weak point I see is when you're not online with a bunch of friends, is it going to have that sort of playability, because you won't have so much, obviously you won't get the communication as much. You've just kind of got to follow your teammates. As the monster, absolutely fine, because you're single player, you're soloing it, but as the teammates, I don't know if you'd have such a strong teamwork. But that's the only downside I can see having in the future, but I doubt, that's only if you let that happen to you. Obviously we play a lot of co-op games, we play a lot of teamwork games, so we're used to doing that.
We know how each other work as well, so I think if you're in a good group, I don't see it so much as a downfall, but just like maybe something to look out for. Yeah,
if you're playing on your own and you know no one else, maybe something to sort of consider whether that will be good or not. But that's all we've got time for Evolve. We're going to get to you with something else. This event is being absolutely amazing, so we'll see you guys in the next video for whatever it is. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye!
That wind sounds really freaked me out. And explode! Send Mother of God! What is happening? Okay, goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye! How in the world did I survive that? I